to talk to you about a TV series I recently watched and really enjoyed called The Lazarus Project. It's available in the UK on Sky or Now TV. It's 8 episodes long. Each episode is about 40 or odd minutes long, to an hour in length, and it follows the story of George, who is an app developer, and one day his year resets back to the 1st of July. He remembers the year that he lived, no one else does, and he goes through the motions of what happened previously, thinking it's sort of like a dream or a big deja vu, and makes different decisions, and his life turns out slightly different. He's soon approached by an agency called the Lazarus Project, who explain to him that he's a unique individual, one of only a very small fraction of people who have a mutation in their genes that allows them to remember time resets. These resets are done by the Lazarus Project, who control an anomaly in the galaxy, a black hole that they use to reset time back to the 1st of July each year. Rules of this time travel are that you can only go back to the 1st of July, and once you go past the 1st of July the following year, you can only reset back to that date then. So you're always moving forward in time. They haven't got an ability to just sort of jump back 10 years or anything. They stop worldwide catastrophes, so world-threatening events, nuclear war, pandemics, things like that, and they get to reset time until they get it right. You find out all the little things about what they've been doing as they're peppered through the story. I'm not going to tell you the deep plot of the story, because that would ruin some of the reveals that go on throughout the series, and that's something that's good about this series, is it's not just a load of filler. There's good action scenes, there's good character development. As you see the episodes, you see how these time resets have affected all of the characters in the series, and not just George, the main character, and then you have more motivations revealed for them. And I just think it's a great way to do it. You have a sort of almost like a focus on a different character for each of the episodes. The sci-fi elements of it are dealt with really well. There's enough pseudoscience to get your imagination going, but when George, let's say, asks for an explanation of how the time machine works, they just say, you haven't got a degree in quantum physics, don't worry about it, which is a good way of saying that to the audience as well. Just accept it. And they don't dwell too much on it either. You see rogue agents, you've got these different factions at play, and it all starts building to a crescendo towards the last 2 or 3 episodes in the series, where because of things George has done to try and play with time in order to benefit his life, because something occurs that he wants to change, things don't quite go as planned. And then you also find at the very end of the series, and this is a bit of a spoiler, some of the rules are changed. That's all I'll say for that. I would say if you want an interesting action sci-fi series with those spy elements in it, that doesn't dwell too much on anything, it isn't Americanized, let's say, where there's lots of glossy people talking about emotions and stuff, just as filler material because it's got to be 20 episodes long or something, then this is really worth watching. And also, shot in Bristol. I mean, the thought it's obviously set in London, because everything must be fucking set in London, but I thought I recognised some of the areas from it, and I was like, it's Bristol, and then I looked it up after, I was like, yes it is. So there we are. You can spot the Bristol location if you know Bristol. But they dress it up really well, better than Alex Rider does anyway in his second series. I think this should totally get a second series. They're obviously hoping for one because of how it ends. It ends ready for a second series, but let me know what you think. Do you think this has got legs beyond 2 series? I'd be quite happy if they finished it off with 1 more series and just wrapped up the story and didn't overstretch it, but we'll see. Please feel free to give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and thanks for watching.